Zambia's economy is poised for exponential growth, driven by the government's focus on economic development, trade and investment. The Zambia Development Agency, ZDA, tasked with promoting investment, trade and business development, has been at the forefront of showcasing investment opportunities both to local and foreign investors. This is supported by the government of Zambia's prioritization of business and investment.
The investment environment in Zambia is at its highest level ever, and we know that this is attributed to the efforts made by His Excellency Mr. Hakainde Hichilema to promote Zambia to the rest of the world as one of the best destinations for investment in Africa. Some of the key reasons why investors are coming into Zambia is a very concise, clear vision of where the president wants to take this country to increase trade and investment for Zambia, to double the GDP for Zambia in the next 10 years, and also to make sure that we leverage on these investments to create jobs and wealth for Zambian people. Our mandate is to make sure that we promote trade and investment, and we have a responsibility to inform the nation on the numbers that we are generating as ZDA. These numbers that we pronounce are taken from investment licenses. In terms of the committed investments that we have recorded so far in the past 3 years, a total of $54 billion has been recorded. Of this amount, we have undertaken a survey of the companies that have set up. A total of $8.9 billion has been actualized across sectors: mining, energy, tourism, manufacturing, agriculture, infrastructure, and others. So we are happy that the policies of the government are working in attracting investors into this country. As ZDA will continue to handhold these investors, because that's our responsibility, whether it's aftercare services, whether it's providing fiscal and non-fiscal incentives, whether it's making sure that we resolve all their challenges. ZDA will be there to make sure that we handhold the investors so that they can actualize all the investments that are coming into the country.
Zambia is renowned for its copper mining industry, a major contributor to the nation's GDP. The government aims to achieve a production target of 3 million metric tons per annum by 2031. One of the leading companies in this sector is FQM, recently recognized by the Zambia Revenue Authority as the highest taxpayer in the mining sector. It is no wonder that ZDA visited FQM Limited's S3 expansion project in Solwezi and the Nickel Enterprise project in Kalumbila. In addition, other projects visited were the reopened 28 shaft in Luansha, among other notable investments.
We are standing at the S3 project. This is one single biggest investment by First Quantum after Trident, is sitting at $1.25 billion. We are now sitting at 50% completion, and we are on course to commission this plant in 2025. Now, when this plant is commissioned, we expect to employ up to 1,800 people, and of which 800 people will be permanent. Right now, we are sitting somewhere around 1,200. This project is very significant to us in First Quantum and also to Zambia as a whole. We have both local employees as well as contractors from Zambia.
The Enterprise Nickel Mine in Kalumbila is Zambia's biggest nickel mine and among the top 10 nickel sulfide operations globally.
We restarted in 2021 September, where we actually opened out for more drilling for geology, and then we kept stripping until the company actually put in about 100 million in 2022 May. This operation has got a total number of contractors, about 700, of which our FQM employees are about 230. There's a lot of potential for us to actually do a lot more with regards to the amount of material that is coming out per day. But so far, this is going so in line with plan.
Given the landmark event of bringing back to life 28 shaft in CNMC Luansha Mine Limited, it was another major milestone by the Zambian government. The coming back to life of 28 shaft is on the backdrop of a conversation between Zambia's Chief Marketing Officer, President Hakainde Hichilema, and his counterpart, Xi Jinping, President of the People's Republic of China, in Beijing in September 2023.
If you recall, His Excellency the President went to China in September, I think 14th September 2023. He met the chairman of CNMC, where the chairman actually pledged $500 million was going towards 20 shaft project. This mine, once it's at its peak production, it will employ 3,000 people, and it will go for another 20 years, and it will produce over 1.2 million tons of copper. During our feasibility study, we discovered that there was 170 million cubic meters of water underground, which we needed to pump out. Government owns 20% of shares in this company, and ZDA, ZEM, and others are obvious part and parcel. And we have gotten a lot of encouragement from ZDA. We have talked to ZDA, we have talked about power, we have talked about other areas that will assist us to ensure that this project is actualized. So ZDA was one of those departments which was in forefront to encourage us to continue with this project.
Shaft 28 comes up to produce 40,000 metric tons. Behind that, it means jobs. Inchito Mkwai, Imisepela, Inchito Nashimoneka, Avena Roni, Avena Mpatamatu, Avena Luansha. Our commitment is to work for you all the time.
Joansansa sana wakumwana ifile chitika kuno maini yesu hii kale vaisere apano mana ibwerera ire bomba kale to amwene pwefya so na bayuthi na ifuna tumfa bwino sana cause twaraingira machito so twetotera pari government washita bwino sana bakateka babwekeshe pwefine twatotera.
The manufacturing sector is another priority for the government, which seeks to reduce reliance on the extractive industry by fostering the growth of manufacturing. Current policies encourage value addition to local resources and raw materials, aiming for a diversified economy with a robust manufacturing base by 2030. Key areas of focus include agro-processing, chemicals, textiles, and construction materials. The team visited companies such as United Capital Fertilizer, Naipu Investments, Edge Investments Limited, VL Health Net. United Capital Fertilizer was established in 2021, and before the end of 2022, the company was already producing fertilizer, servicing both the local and regional markets.
We want to thank you and assure you that UCF remains open to ZDA, and we want to remain in this collaboration, teamwork and partnership, so that together we can grow and even expand much more. Ours is that we need to have a million metric ton of nutrient fertilizer, a million metric ton of urea. Then Zambia becomes the fertilizer production hub in the region.
Meanwhile, VL Health Net and Naipu Investments are still under construction, and Edge Investments is in the construction sector, producing ready-to-use concrete.
VL HealthNet Services company primarily engaged import, wholesaler of registered pharmaceuticals and medical supplies here. In 2022, our company decided to start this plant. We have spent more than $8 million so far, including the construction and the design, planning, and some advance payment for the equipment. They always support us to invest in Zambia, and for us, it's our responsibility to support them as well. We have created more than 70 jobs here. We will employ more than 250 people.
首先很感谢这个藏比亚政府 ZDA 这个发展组部门，到我们公司来这个视察，
First of all, we'd like to say thank you to ZDA. We'd like to thank you, the government, for all the external relationship that we have with all the government offices. Our company here, the many products that we're going to be making to do with the mining. So these are mining equipment and the spare parts. So in terms of the investment capital, total planned investment is $30 million US. As of now, we've done up to $23 million US. The plan is to employ about between 200 and 300 local employees. We can confirm to say we've already employed about 50 local employees.
赞比亚人民很热情好客，我们值得在这里来进行投资。
Thanks for Zambia government. Thanks for Zambia people. We are very happy to come here to invest in this nice country. Our company produce the concrete. Our company so far invested over $10 million. Until now, we have the contract workers 10, and we still have another 20 or 30 probation workers.
非常感谢那个Actualised对我们的企业的帮助。
Thanks to all Zambians.
In continued support for industrial growth in the country, President Hichilema has been commissioning several projects. Represented by the Minister of Health, Elijah Muchima, the President commissioned the Yash Pharmaceuticals Manufacturing Expansion Unit 2 beta-lactam penicillin plant. Yash Life Sciences is leading the park in manufacturing essential medicines in the country and exporting the excess to the region.
Unit 2, the beta-lactam penicillin plant, which will be dedicated today by the nation, by the Republican President, would manufacture close to 160 million tablets a month, 200 million capsules a month, and close to 2.4 million bottles of dry powders every month. Ladies and gentlemen, as on today, YES has created 600 plus direct employment. And after today's expansion, we would expect another 700 to it. We expect another 500 plus jobs also will be created in its value chain.
Let me just say something as Minister responsible for investment and particularly industrialization. His Excellency the President has made it very clear that we can only share in wealth but not in poverty. And to create wealth for ourselves, to create a resilient, sustainable economy, we need to be ingenious during our times of trouble. I want to appreciate that the pronouncement by the head of state has given birth to what we are witnessing here today in form of an expansion in the facility of Yash Life Sciences. Barely 2.5 years ago, where we are standing and sitting and seeing this beautiful structure was nothing but a bush of thorny trees. Life Sciences has responded positively to the call by His Excellency of Zambia becoming a health-sufficient, drug-sufficient country.
The pharmaceutical sector has been identified as a critical pillar for industrial development and public health enhancement. Central to this vision is addressing the pressing challenge of our overdependency on imported pharmaceuticals and lack of local production capacity, a vulnerability that threatens our self-sufficiency and economic resilience.
The President also commissioned the powerful, diligent, voracious PDV Metals Limited steel plant. PDV is a shining example of a successful partnership between a Zambian and a Chinese conglomerate. The project is making Zambia self-sufficient in steel, thereby enabling exports to regional markets.
Before 2021 August and now, it was a difficult road initially because most investors around the world don't believe what new governments say when they take office. But we said we'll do things in an organized way, in a methodical way. First things first, law and order, rule of law, just to bring normalcy back to the country, but also to reconstruct our economy through our economic reforms. And today we are here at PDB Matters. They only came 2023, made a decision then, quick decision. And today we are sitting to officiate this plant. We must clap for these investors. In this Lusaka South Economic Zone, we have a manufacturing plant for ceramic tiles who are now selling and exporting into South Africa and the US from these grounds. The appreciation, yes, to the investors, but to this government, the ministers, PSCs, directors, Zambia Development Agencies, everybody. This is the teamwork I talk about every day.
As ZDA, we're encouraging the investors that are coming into the country to take advantage of the stable policies in this country, whether it's creating jobs or reinvesting into this country or expanding their projects, to make sure that they work with the Zambia Development Agency to grow this economy. For the information of our investors, we have revised the Investment, Trade and Business Development Act of the Zambia Development Agency to make sure that incentives do not just apply for the green projects, but also once you set up in the country and then you are so happy with the prevailing environment, you can expand your projects. We are looking forward to working with you, our investors. Please come to the Zambia Development Agency. We are available to handhold you, to work with you, to make sure that we grow this economy, to create more jobs, and also to create value for this economy. So please feel free to approach us, feel free to come to ZDA so that we work together to build this economy together. We are looking forward to some of the exciting moments to fully digitize the Zambia Development Agency. We are already online as we encourage you to apply online wherever you are. Thank you so much for the support. Together, let's develop this country. Zambia is open for business and Zambia is ready for business.